Hey, what day of the week is it?
It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, so here we are back for the weekly team Zoom call where we're focusing on SC1 Factory, which is a rank in our company, and it is the building block to building dreams. So we're super excited to have those of you here with us that are live. Thank you for being here. And if you're watching this as the replay, would love to get a comment from you. So let us know below what you learned, what you took away, and if there's anything we can do to help you. So QR code here, you can go and, wow, it all showed up really dark today, but you can go and subscribe to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel with the QR code. And it is how you can catch all of the replays that get uploaded every single week. We do this call. We also have an opportunity presentation that we upload weekly. So go there, get subscribed, and then join us live next time. Zoom details are always the same. We'd love to have you join us on here Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So moving into this week's Monday Momentum email, make sure that you are receiving these emails because this is where all of the announcements happen. And we want to make sure that you are up to date on everything. So some of the important dates that are happening this month. Let's see if I can get this moving here. We've got the activated skincare collection is the product training this month. It's got the dates and times that the contact center will be opened and closed for the holidays this month, as well as the hours that will be available for our assistance on the end of month day. Make sure that you're registered for Global Convention. It is in October. You guys, you build all your belief when you're in the room, and you can get your ticket for $179 through the end of June. So make sure that you get registered either in your back office or through your replicated website. So make sure you're also focused on making more money. Isn't that what we're in business for, is to make money? You can double your sharing bonus through the end of June, as well as rank advance bonuses. When you rank up, you can actually get additional cash in your hands. So all those details are also in the website. And then make sure that you take advantage. Today is the last day of the Mother's Day promotion. We know Mother's Day was Sunday, but if you want more of those hand creams for gifts or this amazing True Refine face mask, get in there, get it now before the end of day. New episode on the podcast, Breaking Through Changes with Jatasha Harris. She is a powerhouse, guys. If you've been feeling stuck, stretched, or ready for your next level, you've got to go and listen to that episode. And then make sure that you're checking your social media knowledge. They've been giving us some great tips, and you can find all of that in this email. Activation tour is happening. Plus, this Saturday, there are live in-person LVAs happening in many different places. And if you're not near one within driving distance of 3 or 4 hours, make sure that you're on the virtual Activation Academy that is also this coming Saturday. Those details are in the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. So lots of things to be inviting your prospects to learn about LifeVantage. Our presidential consultants have all come together, and they are doing summer sizzle intro Zooms. They're like 25 to 30-minute opportunity presentations where they're sharing stories, and they are happening Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 2 different times. You can see the times here, 5 p.m. Mountain Time and 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So do the conversion to your time zone. So 2 different times on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is for the month of May and also the month of June.
Wow.
So these amazing presidentials are going to be doing these presentations for us. There is no excuses, guys. The Zoom ID number is here at the bottom of the page. Make sure you take a screenshot of this and get inviting your team for the inspiration and your prospects for the activation, because we know that we need more people sharing this story. So invite, invite, invite. And then, of course, our team opportunity presentation is every Thursday night. So you've got 2 opportunities to invite to on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You've got our team live Zoom on Thursdays. So that's 7 different presentations that are live happening throughout the week. This is the best time for us in our businesses. So make sure that you are inviting and coming yourself to learn how you can own your tomorrow. right? So Zoom ID information is exactly the same every single week, and different co-presenters. So it's been so great being able to present with Linda and with a new person this week is going to be Joe. And then we've also got the amazing Rick Mansfield that has done presentations for us several times and has been killing it, even though he'll tell you he's so humble. You know, he struggles.
He's killing it. Let's just
killing it.
define it as it is.
Seriously. So make sure that you're joining us and you're bringing your prospects. And then another reminder to make sure that you get registered for Global Convention, because again, the price is going to go up at the end of June. It's $179 right now, and it will be going up at the end of June. So make sure that you get registered ASAP to join us in Salt Lake City in October.
Is there something you want to ask me about what waiting does?
Oh yeah. What does waiting do?
It just costs you more money.
It does.
But don't wait. Get
does.
registered for convention now.
And make sure you get your plane tickets, and make sure you get your hotel room, and make sure you do all of the things that a business person that's taking ownership does, right?
Right.
You commit and you show up. Can't wait to see you
call.
there. All right, so here we are back into our amazing 11-week training series of how to become part of the 1%. This is week 5. If you've missed the first 4 weeks, don't worry, it's on the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. Go and get caught back up. But today we're super excited because remember, we're not just teaching you how to build your volume. We're teaching you and we're learning together how to become the type of person that can be part of that 1%, right? Because if you don't work on you and become the person that can earn that, can build that, it will just be out of reach. It's like that elusive thing constantly. So super excited for week 5, where we're going to be talking about flipping the pushy salesperson script. Because I don't know about you guys, but every time I think about pushy salespeople, I think about that used car lot. And as soon as that door starts opening, I start getting this gut wrenching, like, oh no, not the car salesman. So we don't want people to have that response to you. Or to us.
Right.
So, Dr. D.
This reminds me of, there used to be something that was said a lot in network marketing back in the day. And it was never one, I got involved originally in 2000, or initially in 2009. And it was already a historical saying, but people would say, sell the sizzle, not the steak. And that's being a pushy salesperson. You're selling, you know, it's the hype, the allure around it, not the actual value. So it's kind of a deceptive tactic. So don't be the pushy salesperson, because one, we don't have to be. And it's the wrong time to be that person. It will set you apart instantly, because one of the biggest reasons people respond to network marketing and they join a network marketing venture is because they see a solution to something that they and they alone have, unless they're sharing it publicly. But that's the reason why. They see something of value, not the pitch that's coming after them, which oftentimes is off-putting. So don't be that person.
Yeah, and by the way, the pushy salesperson, there's the one major differential between being successful and enjoying what you're doing and sharing this is that you're not making it about you. You're making it about the person that you're talking to, right? So really, this week is all about learning how to stop that sales breath, that yucky stuff that nobody likes, and to start sharing information with people in a way that they will be receptive, they'll be curious, and they want to learn more.
Right.
So, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Absolutely. So why pushiness repels? First of all, nobody wants to be that guy or that gal who's being the pushy salesperson, because pressure just creates emotional walls, because people know what they have a need for. But when they feel pressured, even if it's something that would help them, when there's pressure behind it, they just innately put up the walls. And we are living in a major time of fraud. You don't have to look very far to realize there's a lot of just crappy people out there that are defrauding other people. So people are on their guard. There's walls up. They're very skeptical, as they should be. But it just creates emotional walls that don't need to be there. And manipulation just destroys trust. So just don't go there. It's so much better to pull people by giving them information and allowing over time the curiosity to be built, and then they will lean in and start asking you questions, because people are already desperate in many circumstances, but you don't want to be. because you are helping the people who are have a solution. When you are acting desperate, it actually lowers people's posture. They don't want to be a part of it. They don't want any part of it. And they don't even feel sorry for you. So don't use that technique. They just feel guarded and not even optimistically guarded. They're looking for reasons to go into the witness protection program. So just be authentic, because it always wins. Be authentic and give people information and let them come onto it at their own pace, because pressure just closes their minds and curiosity opens them when they're like, interesting. And they will observe and observe and observe way before they ever ask questions. So once a question comes, there's been an observation process that's been happening for a long time. So lean into those questions and give somebody on your team who's in leadership the ability to answer that question, so it's not you.
Ah, that's so good. That is so good. One of the things that I like to think about too is, what is your intention going into talking to someone? Are you going into it with it all about you? Are you worried about your volume for the month? Are you worried about ranking up? Are you worried about that commission or earning that incentive? Is it all about you? Or are you really focused on them and what their needs are? Right. And so that's where, this trust comes in, the asking all the good questions comes in, and really being a good communicator starts by being a great listener and asking some really good questions, because people can feel your energy and they can feel the pressure too. So when it's all about you, they feel that pressure. They feel the same pressure that you're putting on yourself. They feel it. And yet, if you make it more about them and about what their problem is and the solution that we may have for them, then it just becomes this opportunity for them to learn.
Right. Great call. So the old script versus the new script. And scripts have always been a part of network marketing, especially for successful people, because they can use them, they replicate through the business, they are shared liberally, but when they are coming from a place of pushiness as opposed to educating people, they no longer work. So avoid the old script. You're not here to convince anybody of anything. You are not here to pressure them into making a decision or over explaining. Because a lot of times when you mansplain or you womansplain or you get too deep into the weeds because you think the more information they have, the better off or the easier it's going to be for them to make a decision, it is not the case, because you instantly have commission breath. So stop. Just expose the information, educate them with that information, and let them ask questions. But you can ask questions first. Ask the things that are important to them. Find out their name. Find out what they're interested in. Make this a person-to-person relationship, because people want to feel seen and felt and heard. They don't want to feel like a number. So when you mention somebody or you learn somebody by name, get their name and then repeat their name. It's just, people love to hear their name. They love to feel when someone is asking them questions literally about their own benefit and their needs, they feel seen. They feel important. And I always default back to that Carrie Dickey story. Treat everybody like they have a sign on that says, make me feel important. So give them information, educate them, ask questions to learn more about them. And then the more you learn about them, the more you can give them information that is going to be for their benefit, as Marci said, not for your own. Once they see the value, once they see the need, once they see the solution to their issue, and they trust you and you're pulling them in with information, you're not pushing them back by trying to convince, they will eventually join in one way or another, whether it's a consultant or a customer.
Yeah, I always find it interesting when people reach out for a three-way text or call or something like that. And they're like, I need you to help me convince this person.
Yeah.
And no, that's not what we do. That is not our job to convince them. It's not to just pull them along. It's really to be that attraction magnet, right? With the information that they can see could help them with something they've been struggling with. And I've said that a few different times in different ways now, but that's really the key, is learning what they're struggling with, what their hopes are, what their desires are, what their dreams are, what's hurting, what's not working for them, all these things. Learn those things about them, and then you can speak their language about those things, right? So just make sure that you don't have that convincing thought in your mind, that you're here to help serve. You're serving them, basically. Everybody likes to be served. We appreciate being served, right?
Your new job description should you choose to accept it,
Ah,
is do not convince, simply expose people to information. And there is one thing that we are all very blessed to be recipients of, and that is being in the information age. We have way more information than we need, probably way more information that we want. But if we truly want to make a good decision, there's enough information out there for us to decipher through to figure out how to make the best information or make the best decision for us, or to help other people do it for themselves. So ask better questions. What are they looking for? What did they need? What did they want? Did they see themselves at this stage in their life where they thought they would be? And are they open to changing it if the answer is no? Share valuable stories, starting with your own. Your story is critically valuable because, one, it's lit, and don't embellish. You don't have to. Just share your own story.
the
And if you
truth
don't,
is enough,
and it's
folks.
always right. And if you
Yes.
don't yet have your story, you haven't been in LifeVantage long enough to feel the financial rewards that come from it, or you haven't had enough consultants and customers in your business to see the true benefits of the products, that's okay. Use other people's stories, because no matter what you are looking for and the ability to use a story, you will find someone in your direct line of sponsorship or in the company that would be more than willing to share their story with you, or allow you to use their story to gain the understanding and the appreciation, and more importantly, the trust of other people. So use them, share the stories, use simple tools. And I want to share with you something this is how for me, as a healthcare provider, I'm always looking for angles to talk with other healthcare providers so they can see what we have in the way that filtered through their own lens, so they can discover it, and it would be their idea. And it's the only way you're going to do it with healthcare providers. So, and I are one, that's how I know, because we put up walls, we think we know more than we know, and we don't like to be told things we think we should already know. So just help them understand. Well, here's something I read yesterday. This is from a longevity expert. This is a quote. They said, "Modern longevity science is increasingly validating the importance of cellular signaling, oxidative stress management, mitochondrial function, and adaptive cellular pathways, which is why the concept of cellular activation has become so interesting." Doesn't that sound like the LifeVantage story, like exclamation point? It's just, oh my gosh. When health and longevity experts are talking like this, even the last word there, which is why the concept of cellular activation has become so interesting, they're using our language. Let's not let someone come in and steal our language. That would be devastating, because we are the activation company. This is our story. So let's embrace what we have, and then just your new job description is to share it constantly, passionately, with stories that create emphasis and create curiosity, because people are already looking for it. That tells me right there that they are. Allow people time to process and look at other people, because again, they're observing. If you're still posting this kind of information, if you're doing it socially, if you're still talking about this one-to-one, if you're doing it interpersonally, they will continue to watch you. Mm-hmm. And if 2 months from now, 6 months from now, you're still sharing the same stories with the same passion, if not more, they're going to go, maybe this is real, because people are cautiously optimistic and they want it. It sounds good but they're going to observe, because there's fraud out there, and there's people out there that have no ethics. And so once they've seen enough, or they've heard enough, or both, that's when they're going to make a decision. And so long as you're consistent in this new job description, is you're sharing information, allowing people time to process on their own time frame, and follow up confidently, not salesy, confidently, caringly, so they understand and feel important.
And I want to ask you too, it's like, do you believe in our products? Do you believe in this opportunity? Do you know that there is nothing out there that's better? There's a lot of things that are pop and drops that are fast, right? That might get somebody some results quickly, but then they end up having those consequences for a long period of time from something that comes so quickly. And so there is a lot of stuff out there. And so I would tell you, as like one of the biggest tips of the day, put your blinders on. Right? Put your blinders on and focus on the things that we know work, how we know the body receives things, how we know the positive of working with your body, instead of forcing your body to do something that, whether it is the prescriptions or it is shots, whatever it is, right? That we want to make sure that we put on our blinders and we stay the same in sharing with passion what lights us up, right? About activation. Because this reminds me of Michael Phelps all of the time, and that meme that we see, right? When he's in that pool and he is just taking stroke after stroke after stroke, and he's focused on winning. And the guy that he's up against that was supposed to, he was such a trash talker, such a trash talker. And yes, he had beat him before and he expected to beat him again. But when you catch this photo that I'm thinking of, and you've probably all seen it, as he's taking his strokes, instead of looking at winning, he's looking at Michael Phelps. He's looking at the competition. He's looking at the distraction. He's looking everywhere but winning, and he lost. So just keep in mind, winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. So make sure that you have your blinders on and you are clearly focused on what we know is true, and that is cellular activation is the most powerful way to let your body do what it was created to do, and that is to heal, to strengthen, and to thrive in life if you just remove anything that is interfering. So don't let distractions keep you from winning.
Mm-hmm. And ITT removes pressure. Well, what is ITT? We've been talking about it for a long time. Invite, tool, team. It's our system in a nutshell. And it's so simple. The invite creates openness, curiosity, solving problems. And then the tool, just let the third-party validation do what it's supposed to do. Educate people and bring them to a question. Because when they get educated, they're filling in their own blanks. And then there's going to be some that are left unfilled, which is where the questions come. And again, I'm going to say this over and over and over again. Do not be the person who answers the question. Give the person, someone else on your team, the right and permission to be the one who answers the question. And you will see when it gets, there is time. If you are just the question answerer and you can't wait to answer questions, just wait until they come from a prospect of someone on your team. Then you are the last T, team. Then you can answer the question. When you are the inviter, you never answer the questions. It's just, imagine if you get flogged 12 times for every time you answer a question with like a big bamboo reed and somebody steps up behind you, pulls your shirt up and whacks you on the back with it as hard as they can.
Grab your
Imagine
ankles.
that level of torture. Because once you understand that answering question equals pain, then you'll understand. Just don't do it. Let the tool create the question and let your team member answer the question. And if you just do that, expose, create curiosity, answer questions with your team members, you're going to win. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of consistency. And you know what? When we talked about SC1 Factory, maybe some of you who are watching this don't understand. Why did we pick SC1 as the rank? Mm-hmm. It's the foundation rank. And it's because the main important thing that happens in all businesses and network marketing is when your profit exceeds your investment, you are in business making money. And that happens at the SC1 rank. When your investment of your products is eclipsed by your commissions that you're making as a result of the rank you've hit at SC1, you are now in business making money. And why would you stop? That's why SC1, foundation rank.
Yeah, and then the more SC1s we can help build, every single rank in the company is divisive by 2,000. And 2,000 is the required amount of volume to become an SC1. And so if we just help people hit that rank over and over and over again, then you can achieve whichever goal you want to do. But don't be thinking about how you get your win. If you're focused on how you can help someone else become an SC1, you will automatically start getting your wins by helping others win.
Amen. I think you meant divisible.
Yeah.
Divisive.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. It was divisible.
So curiosity-based language. So say these kinds of questions. Would you be open to taking a look? The answer is going to be yes or no. There's only two answers there. And if someone says no, it doesn't mean no for now. It means they just haven't had enough information to feel comfortable. And if they say no, follow-up question, what more would you like to see? I'd love to help you. And you're showing genuine caring for the person. Or if I knew something that could help you, would you want me to share it with you? I don't know anybody who has true needs that need to be solved who would say no to that. Because if they do, And sometimes they may. What they're really telling you is they have a self-worth issue that they may be struggling with. Just pray for them. So what can I do to help you? What can I do to pray for you? Or whatever your certain language is, because some people will omit themselves because they don't feel worthy. We deal with it all the time. Help that person understand they are worthy. You are worthy of this. What can I do to help you? Or whatever the case may be. You want, or you may find this interesting. That's going to get people thinking. Interesting. So I might find this interesting. Why? And then once they see it, then, oh, this person sees something in me that I'm not yet seeing. It's a very, very powerful statement.
And by the way, interesting is a really interesting word.
It is.
Because it evokes something inside of people. When you say the word interesting, or when you think about the word interesting yourself, it opens up this curiosity factor. It's like this door to curiosity. I love that word, interesting.
Absolutely. Or this made me think of you. You instantly have that person leaning in, because that is a phrase that makes them feel what? Important. Mm-hmm. And then lastly here and you can create all kinds of these. I have a short video that explains it really well. Super simple. You're not being the person who shares information, because you don't have to be. You just need to know where the resources are. Share it with them, and they will draw their own conclusions and realize what you are actually trying to accomplish, helping them.
And one of the things that I would add on to that last one, that I have a short video that explains it really well. When would be a good time for me to send it over to you? Yes. Now or later today?
Stay in control of your business.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And don't say things like, you need this. Because one, that's a pretty definitive statement. And if they don't agree with you, you just lost all credibility with that person. Or trust me, it's amazing. Now, if they haven't yet earned your trust, or they haven't yet given you trust, don't ever ask someone to trust you. It is an earned thing, not a mandated thing. Or this is the best thing ever. And it may truly be, and I truly believe that that is a very true statement with everything we have here at LifeVantage. But if someone does not yet see it, you just had commission breath, and you're being the pushy salesperson, even if it's 100% true. And you'll be crazy not to join, or you'd be crazy not to join. That I agree with that too. But people don't want to have that pressure put on them, and especially if there's an assertion there or an implication that they may be crazy.
It's like, oh, really? I'll show you crazy.
Right. You don't want that. And social media without selling, because this is a great platform to do it. If you're adept at it, and if you're not, it's okay. The interpersonal still, in my opinion, works better, because you develop quicker trust and rapport with an interpersonal relationship. But post to educate, not pressure. Myth versus fact. Just throwing out information out there to educate people. And wellness education, because there's a lot of people looking for wellness education. If you just see what the top Google things are regarding health, I mean, if you just typed into Google, what are the top 10 Google searches around health, you're going to see the questions they're asking. Yeah. And if you can just capitalize on that, know what they're asking in advance of them asking, and then reformulate the way you approach it to answer the question without them having the need to ask it. That's called crafting mastery, and a very, very tactful skill. And lifestyle improvements. Everyone is always trying to improve their lifestyle. How do they know? That's why they're looking at other people. Yeah. Looking at other people makes them feel inferior sometimes. So we can give them empowering ways of thinking, oh, that could be you, encouraging them.
The best way to do that is showing your own story, being vulnerable and showing where you were when you started, what you're doing to get where you want to be, letting them know what your goals are, letting them know on your difficult days too, because we need to be authentic, right? And we also are really blessed because we have got so many before and after photos, before and after stories, all those kinds of things. Just make sure that you are compliant.
Yes.
The compliance is a really big deal, always has been, but right now it's more so than ever. So just make sure that you're being compliant, and you know how to do that.
Right. Yep. And then mini trainings. What is a mini training? You're not intentionally going out there to train people, but you kind of are. So, and think about this, the first 10 to 15 seconds of someone reading a post or listening to someone talk in person is going to tell them innately in their mind whether they're leaning in or they're already leaning away. So you've got the first 10 to 15 seconds are critically important. So when you are crafting things, whether it's a post or something to say to someone, realize that that is critically important. So if you can educate them and overcome what is the word I'm looking for? Overcome an obstacle that they have In your mini training, you're gaining trust and you're creating rapport at the same time. So transformational stories like your own or other people's experience in this business, because people simply want to live vicariously through other people. They're doing it all the time. And when they can realize that I don't have to do it that way, I can actually have that be my story. And by sharing your story or someone close to you that you trust, that is going to help other people in transformational stories and stories with lessons in them. Lessons on being a good person, authenticity, integrity, truly caring about somebody, helping somebody overcome hopelessness. There is nothing more validating and fulfilling than that. And it does, even without the reciprocity or the gratitude that comes along with it, because you feel gratitude or you feel fulfillment oftentimes before the person extends gratitude to you, because you're a good person. And when we have a bunch of good people doing the same thing to help other people, you oftentimes don't need the gratitude because the fulfillment was already there.
And
then did you know post?
Did you know post? Sorry, I'm moving us along because we're running long.
Yeah. And then that was a perfect segue. Did you know creates curiosity. What did I know? They're leaning in. It's a great opening to get people leaning in. Questions activate engagement, especially if they're asking them themselves and they're looking for answers. Discovery feels empowering. What does that mean? When you can, through your own sharing of information, allow the person who's reading it to feel like they're coming to the conclusion, it's empowering to them. And it's actually the way you intended it to be. You don't have to be a salesperson when you can educate them into drawing their own conclusions.
And we also get them started on the path of personal growth when we empower them and give that feeling.
And curiosity lowers resistance. When they start getting answers to questions that they're curious about, and you're answering their questions that they haven't even asked yet, it's going to drop the resistance and cause them to lean in. And pressure just shuts people down. So again, it's just we've already beat a dead horse on this one. You don't need to use that tactic. And ownership creates commitment. When you are owning this and you are committed to it and you're helping other people ascend, there's nothing better than that, because the curious mind will always stay open longer than the pressured mind. I mean, pressured mind will close quickly, and the curious mind will engage and lean in for a long period of time, so long as you continue to ask their questions and make them feel empowered.
And be the lead in this too, because you can be curious about them too. And the way that you do that is by asking a lot of really good questions, right? And you want to make sure that you're asking questions that invite them to actually respond with sentences, not just yes or no, right? And especially do not just make statements, because that closes down a conversation really, really fast. So make sure that you are being curious yourself and asking questions.
So confidence without attachment. Again, it's sharing information, whether they say yes or no. Not everyone is your person, and that's okay. It actually works better that way. When they identify themselves as your person, even though you may have already done so, and when the two of you join and you have the same opinion, it works wonderfully. But your worth is not tied to the outcomes that you get from this. It's all because sometimes it takes time to start getting momentum and other people joining you to gain additional momentum. So your worth is not tied to the outcomes, but so long as you keep going and sharing it, it will eventually pay you handsomely. And rejection is normal. Be ready for it. It happens a lot more than we expect, but as long as we're open to it, every rejection means there's an acceptance coming. Just keep going.
Yeah, just remember, sorry, finish your sentence. I apologize.
No, I think I was done.
Okay. So just remember, guys, that your responsibility is to ask the questions and to give the invite, right? Your responsibility does not flow into how they respond. So don't take it personal. That's on them. Whether they say yes or no is on them. Your sole responsibility is to be the one that is, confidently sharing. So I just wanted to make sure, separate that.
Exactly.
And then confidence.
Yeah, confidence, it grows through repetition. So the more you do it, the more confident you're going to be. It's the same thing with everything, whether it's riding a bike, hitting a baseball, being successful in network marketing. Everything comes from repetition, because we get better the more we do it, and that's where the confidence grows. And professionals just stay emotionally steady. They're not affected by the no's. They're not affected by the yeses, because we're not doing this for us. We're doing it for them. And the more benefit we create, how does Jim Rohn say it? The way to be successful is to help other people be successful. That's the only way it happens.
Yeah. So, and I love this too, because it just goes back to what I was just saying just a second about no, don't take it personal, right? That it's just really information. It's helping you identify where this person is at on the clock, right? Because we've talked several times in the past about people being at high noon, which means it's their time to say yes, right? And so when somebody says no to you, maybe they're down at a 5 o'clock. They've got things pretty comfortable going on in their lives. They're not quite ready for this information. It's just not the right time for them. And so just take that and log it in and make sure that you follow up with them, because at some point they will be at that high noon position and you will have been gathering this information along the way as you stay curious, and checking in with them with good questions.
Yes, yes. So this week's action steps, we got to put the pedal to the metal and hit where the rubber hits the road. Replace pushy language with curiosity. Creating curiosity. Ask and use a tool in every conversation. Make it work, because the tools are, one, they're evergreen, they're not you, and they're available to anyone who sees value in it. They can use it too. Ask more questions than you answer, so you get to the needs of the person. Show genuine interest and care about the people. Post 3 educational pieces of content. You're just giving information, and the people that are looking for it and it's high noon, they're going to receive it, and eventually they're going to act upon it when it's consistent. Practice saying less and sharing more. This right here is probably, I could wrap up the, I mean, we could have done this whole training on just that sentence right there. Practice saying less and sharing more. The more you say, the more they think it's about you. The more you share, the more it's about them. And focus on posture, not pressure. Your posture, your confidence, and your full sold out belief in what we have here.
Because we're not pressuring people into decisions, right? We want to help the right people see what the possibilities are.
We're educating them into transformation.
Yeah.
And people do not want to be sold, but they always want to buy something they see value in. So they want to feel understood.
We love spending our money, don't we?
Yeah, we do. But you build the trust, you build the posture in yourselves and them, and then you build people. And this is a people business. It's the best thing about network marketing is that it is a people business. And this is how sustainable leaders are created, helping one person at a time.
So remember, there's lots of opportunities to invite all the people to. We've got the presidential sizzle calls on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday night, we've got our live opportunity presentation. Can't wait to co-present with Joe Mackey this week. And Carol, you up next week? I hope so. Well, we'll talk about that. But thanks for being here with us, guys. Make sure to share this recording with your team, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.